couple of days ago, the 27th was the date that we met, and the 29th was our first date. And when we were talking on the train, he asked me what I was reading, and I said an Ayn Rand book, and so we ended up talking philosophy for our first date, and this is how, after 3 months, we were engaged. And we've been married for 24 years and are happily together, I think. Whether or not we entirely, completely agree with everything, but we really enjoy being able to talk with each other. And you learn, when you learn about each other through philosophy that early, it's easy to fall for somebody so easily, I guess. So I wrote this poem before I met him. A woman whom I believe, yes, I know Tom would remember that I knew a woman who ran an open mic called Yammer, and she loved Emily Dickinson, and she sang, "Because I could not stop for death," to the Yellow Rose of Texas. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me, and you could do the whole poem like that, which is a riot, and we would all do it with her. But she did a poem for herself called 2 Minutes with Emily Dickinson, and she asked if other people wanted to do that, and somebody did 2 minutes with Anais Nin, and I said, you know, I'm going to be a pain in the butt to these people, and I'm going to say 2 minutes with Ayn Rand, who is a philosopher and a novelist. But I did it, and I've read it before, and it can be read in 2 minutes. It might be a little longer if I'm going to take my time, but I wrote this, and it's before I met John. But this is a poem I wrote called 2 Minutes with Ayn Rand. I don't believe in things that aren't proven, that we have no evidence of. But sometimes I still think of what I would do if I had 2 minutes to talk to you. When someone asked me what I'd say, I said I'd rather hear you speak. I'm sure the words you would impart onto me would mean infinitely more than what I could say to you. And if I could talk to you, I wouldn't know what to say. But I know I'd have to tell you, like all your fans in the past, that I thank you for showing me that there are logical people in the world, that man can live by reason, that reason is a virtue, that selfishness is a virtue, that I have a right to what I own, to what I create, to what I know to be true. And I would have still been searching blindly for philosophical answers to the meaning of life if you had never told me. And I'm actually worth something then, that I am my own end. And it's nice to know that even when I'm surrounded by these unthinking masses, that there are people out there who hold their minds as their highest value out there somewhere in the world. And the fact that they exist helps me through my days. But you knew that. You wrote about these heroes over the years. And how could you manage to write gripping 1,000-page novels about heroes a rational mind can't help but love? And did you really find that hero in real life? Because I'm still looking. You created those heroes, but are they just created? Does anyone else understand these values as I do? Yes, thank you for giving me the answers I've been looking for, but tell me someone else out there found the answers too. So maybe if those who pose this unreasonable, illogical, ethical question in the first place, if they could give me another 2 minutes so that you could do some talking, maybe then you could explain to me how to get through the days when no one understands you, and how to accept less imperfection when you've seen the purity and the clarity of the thinking mind. 2 Minutes with Ayn Rand. I read that at my first open mic that I ever did at the cafe, and I had a timer on it and I was done. And it was like, what is my time left on it? But that was at the cafe. That actually originally appeared in a book called Fusion, from which I should be showing off books because I'm the book lady, as evidenced by all of the books everywhere around me, and I've only published a third of them in this whole library. This is a book of my material that had been performed to music from people in Wisconsin, this eclectic existential jazz music, and it was also performed in a show that was called Uncorrect, which is just a mini book. So that one was in there too. So it's been in a couple of books, and I had to show books because I'm the crazy book lady. But that was an older poem of mine that that learning philosophy and sharing it with people can be a wonderful thing, and then you can meet people and then you can learn from them and grow, and it's an awesome, excellent thing. And I'm sad that John didn't see the live feed for that, but oh well. But I guess I did find someone, because I've been happily married to him. happily. As he always says, there wasn't one single argument. There have been a few. But anyway, thank you for letting me butt in. I appreciate it. Susan, you get to go, and then Yippee Skippy Richard will follow, and then Lorna and I promise I'll shut up now. So I would love to hear from you if you're ready to go. Take it away.